Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're going to continue on the main story. I am Eisenbarn, here to search for the missing folk, I take it? Menfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems we know who the culprits are, at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victim safely returned. Heard that, heard that. Let us get right to it then. Menfilio names the Amalja culprits in all of this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they bite, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still lingered. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing. You may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Okie dokie. Let's put this here. That's a debuff. Yeah. We'll put that there. Put second one there. Retrieve ripe corpses. Let's get it. We pick up these dead bodies because we are doing good deeds. We gotta take them to the graveyard. Okay, well apparently we gotta take them back to Isambard first, which is just weird. Why would you want corpses? But what do I know? I'm just an adventurer. Bloop. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Maybe. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day, I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed, but I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybrone every day, and even if there were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Goatskin, pothelm, brass circlet. Not bad looking. What? Um, what's an upgrade? And it's level 20. I don't know. Well, let's say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishing. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungus who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Yeah, but it's definitely Senior Douche Nozzle. Ungus, the dude with the retarded haircut. Oh, blech. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Olda. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, blech. Missing people, please help. Blech. Isn't barred. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them off for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Dude's super not helpful. Appreciate it. Hungry beggar. Please, sir, just leave me be. Okay, bro. Devious derelict. I have nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Not low, you're just short, bud. Well, what do you want from me? I don't know anything. I swear, please don't kill me. Yep, they are weenies. Zoom, zoom, zoom in. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, in. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Keybind. Hotbar. 4. Perfect. Do that there. Control. Don't think we have alt set up for anything, so I think we're gonna put that on hotbar 3. And then I would like to set up. Oh my gosh. Mm, I don't know. We'll mess with it later. Okay, so welcome back. I'm not gonna lie. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. So we got a man named Marquis. He tends to the graves of the Lid Shard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Marquez. Right, Marquez, yes, a body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orison can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orison within the church walls. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to his embarkment next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing tribal inhabitants? It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquez, and soon. Thank you, I'm not gonna lie. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you? I'm not gonna lie. Pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons, and why. I too spoke with Ungus, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confessions? The sister, the good sister Arison herself. Arison, she wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper, Marquez, I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Arison, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she. Could it? Hmm. I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, I'm not going to lie, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Arison's activities. Ooh, a thaumaturge. A Viera thaumaturge. That's cool. Uncombed urchin. Please help. Sister Harrison went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about the all and the order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. No, run, boy, run. Just kidding. It'll all be okay. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Come at me, boy. Get plowed. My pike. I mean, Lance. You. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Dry bone. Dry bone. Dry bone. Sister Harrison was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Harrison. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. We will. We will. Run in, run it in, run in, run it in, run in, run it in, run in, run it in. Run in, run it in, run in, run it in, run in, run it in, run in, run it in. Ah, there you are. I'm not gonna lie. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Ars, and Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Arisen near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear. I'm not gonna lie. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Yep, we're gonna javelineer these guys. Get wrecked, boy! Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet, see the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about knowledge all seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Arison makes of it. My Savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, I'm not gonna lie. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Okie dokie. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, I'm not gonna lie. I shall keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let, I'm not going to lie, me serve with life by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. So to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Fort has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Hmm. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither coin nor neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. People are so rude. I preach the teachings of Azemia, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honor of her wisdom? Azemia is the keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhaps you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Huh, that's just rude to assume that I can't afford anything. What? How dare you? What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that money pond of yours at Drybone? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, I'm not going to lie. The camp is the buzz of talk of newly arrived vagrants, and though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. The regalia. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. God, I need it. I need it. I need it. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, I'm not gonna lie. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nal. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mumma, Ungust. What? What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. But please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the nano mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as the priest to learn the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The mumble was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja paid me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ugh, not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames before roots to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Oh, yeah, you're a dead man, bud. I'm not gonna lie. Be a good man. Take word of these developments to Vinfilia, would you? Aye, aye, Captain. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Put our gear back on. And we need to go talk to Minfilia, so we will use this to go to Vespa Bay real quick like. Hopefully we get more, because we only have 12, but you end up going back and forth with Vespa Bay a lot. I don't know why I'm always yawning. Why am I always so tired? I really don't get it. Okay, okay, okay. Do 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 do. Welcome back. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanaline, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. So then we go to Blackbrush Station. Mutamix is just a little north of that, I believe. Yeah, and so you teleport to Blackbrush, and then you just run north here. You'll see they've got a little encampment here. Shko? Who is up and to come to tentering of Mutamix bubbly pots? Mighty Tool drinks an airy self. When full of airy self, Mighty Tool changed to stony shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Shishko. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Here you go, bud. Score! Fighting Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The Materia Master? Now, eyes of Uplander pointing at Fighty Tool, yes? Score! Materia join with Fighty Tool. Boop! Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from Summit, as would have struggled to cut steak, into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. Okay, so we have to go back to Minfilia. This guy's gonna give us... What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, allow the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You are ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is a crystallized form of one spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see? And that is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Fahobus. Melding is her field of expertise. Don't think you can do it yet. You have to. Um, and then this right here should be a new dungeon to unlock. Hail there, adventurer. I'm Edric Einhart, an explorer by trade and a scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me, an adventurer in need of a challenge. I happen to know just a place that will offer it to you. Tucked away in a corner of eastern Thanalan lies Halatali, and it is there that you will find all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years past as a training ground for gladiators. The calamity laid ruin to it, though, as it did to most things. Now Halatali is a shadow of its former self, but in the dark of that shadow lurk wild beasts, both bloodthirsty and beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skills and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty of passing your name along to the flames who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with Fafajoni near the entryway. Cool, so that'll be a dungeon unlock. Oh, that's cool. Look at that chocobo. And it's like side saddle. That's so cool. I think that's the marriage one. Sorry about that. Welcome back. I'm not gonna lie. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. It sure did. Here's your mm, dope dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, I'm not gonna lie, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungus, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungus attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, I'm not going to lie. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, he will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. I'm not gonna lie, none of the science. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we request the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot of the mission succeeds. I'm not gonna lie, let's make sure it does. Alright, so we're gonna run down to... We're gonna go to the dungeon real quick. So Holly is located down here. It's not far from Drybone. Taterhead. Gladiator. If it's the halls of Halatali you seek, you need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from an ancient tongue, Halatali meaning the land of many shadows. It was here that our distant ancestors first settled, and bah, you have not come all this way for a lesson in history. Shh, listen, do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? These sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor that rumbling the doing of any shadows. Those are the calls of Halatali, for now the beasts once kept for the Colosseum lurk here. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man, no, there are those within that even the might of the immortal flames cannot tame. From the look of you, you must be a Maganai. I have received word from Nedrick that you might be along. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. I only pray you are able to find your way out. Dun, 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 dun. Might get attacked by the vandalisms, but we're just gonna push past as many as we can. I don't know how many we'll pull, but they will get wrecked. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, we make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. Whoa! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh no, it was an ambush! Hee hee hee. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. That guy looks like he needs to be smacked. Your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Let's get it. Gonna flex on them. Pressing the wrong button. Oh my god, there's a lot of these guys. shoot. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. Put up your weapons or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Sweepy weepy. Bring him. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. I fear the Amalja mean to give us their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. The bowl of Imba is now accessible. Beauty finder. Oh no. We just gonna do it real quick. We're just gonna do this real quick, like, and then we end the video. Okay, we are back. Let's do this. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Ifrit. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Whoa. Whoa, bro. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you, you ignorant savages who know not your Godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch the heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. But bloody hells, bring those two as well. Ugh. Well, what's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. You're so dope looking, honestly. Can't touch me, I'm the gingerbread man. Oh, mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed numbers. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Ring of fire. Okay, so let's fucking do this. Tomahawk. Succumb to the inferno. Honestly, it's a pretty easy fight as long as, I don't know, he's got mechanics to actually avoid so much as I have to make sure I get healed. Na 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 na. I don't think there's really much mechanics to Ifrit. Stay away from the edge, because you get hit for extra if you hit it, I believe. Oh, shoot. Boom. And that's Ifrit. Oh, and we find another crystal. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Phew. I see the blood sword wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, I'm not gonna lie. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Okay. Da, 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 da. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Olivia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. The meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we have achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task that is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Yay, commendations. Okay, so with that, uh, well, actually, let's make sure there's no more cutscenes first. Perfect, there's not. So, this video got a little long. We're going to go ahead and end it here. If you could like and subscribe to the channel, that really helped me out if you enjoyed it. If not, leave comments, concerns, questions. You can always catch me live on Twitch. Um, Notification or the link should be posted in the description. And I'll see you next time.